Doubles on coffee. I just read over the regulations produced by the P.N.M of this state of emergency called like a thief in the night by a Minister of National Security who's not good enough to be the P.N.M candidate in the upcoming election and has been rejected by P.N.M party groups and the country across the board. And an acting Attorney General and Minister of Everything, Stuart Young. Not by a Prime Minister. Where's the Prime Minister? Imagine the Express had to do an investigative journalistic piece to tell us that the Prime Minister in Tobago, because at 10 a.m. a press conference was called after, at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., the country became aware that the President, put there by the P.N.M, who says preach the gospel of the P.N.M, had declared a state of emergency, which means to you, every citizen, law-abiding, good, spiritual, praying, intelligent, hardworking, miscreant, criminal, whatever, all citizens, a basic suspension of your constitutional rights. And the Express today has to print that nobody knew where the Prime Minister was. The Prime Minister did not see it fit. After he took a decision, he is the head of the cabinet, he is the chair of the cabinet. The cabinet consists of him and the Attorney General. All the other ministers are irrelevant. He is in Tobago. And then the only way the Express knew this and understood this and let us know is that on his Facebook page at 6:58 p.m. yesterday, some 9 hours after a press conference was called to remove the constitutional rights of each and every citizen, he sends out a post to thank people for giving him condolences on the passing of one of his family members, his brother. Condolences to him. Don't know the brother. But you are the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And while that may be very sad, and you may be grieving, and you may be tortured and pain and bawling and so on, you are the Prime Minister. You put yourself up for that work. That work is a 24-hour work. You cannot take a decision to remove people's constitutional rights and then say, but you need time quiet to grieve. You can't have a press conference in Tobago wherever you are. You build an office in Tobago. You fix up Blenheim House for extra $55 million to make it comfortable. You didn't put a room with a table and a national flag for you to do the press conference, to answer the questions based on a decision that you have taken. I want you all to take the time and read those regulations. Because from that press conference yesterday, no information was given, nothing out of the normal for Trinidad and Tobago under this P.N.M. Because reprisal killings, 5 people murdered, that happened in Harp Place, that happened in Cocorit, that happened in Grandie, that happened in Palo Seco, 3, 4, 5, 6. People falling like flies for the last 9 years. Murder, mayhem, gun shooting in the streets, upside, downside. A lady in her kitchen cooking gets bullet in her head from guns and bandits and criminals shooting all over. Nightclub, bar, car park, price mart, grocery, in your car, out your car, in your home. That is a normal thing under P.N.M. So the Prime Minister of the Republic, Keith Christopher Rowley, takes away all your rights without a plan. Because when we listen to the press conference, we didn't hear, listen, there are 10,000 automatic weapons illegal out there. We have had enough. We have instituted a plan with extra police officers, with x-ray machines to go into certain areas and find these guns, take them away from the hands of the criminal gangs, to get them, to lock them up, not to tell the people to put it in the bush and don't sell them out like what Heinz tell the people up in the very Laventille where 5 people were murdered in a room, where police getting shot at, man coming out police station. The state of emergency was just called on the spur of the moment, without any thought, without any process, without any plan, without any achievable goals, without anything. They just want to pretend like they've done something, but it has turned out to be a total political gimmick, Because the Prime Minister does not even have the testicular fortitude to do his job. Like he has realized he's lost because they did 5 different polls, not NACTA poll, Vishnu Bishram, who does just write your opinion, 20 different opinions claiming he do ask people when to get one opinion from a population. You have to ask over 300-400 people of specific demographics, at least 10 to 12 questions to come to any one conclusion. NACTA has come to about 20 conclusions in one thing. I asked NACTA again, by the way, en passant, how many employees you have, how many students working, how many volunteers, how you do the survey, give us a copy of the survey. How come I never get a survey? Who get a survey? Who you ask? Where you ask? How you ask to come up with all these disparate views on different things? But that's just en passant. For a Prime Minister to shirk his duty like this, to be in Tobago, to be hiding. Some people put out a meme of him hiding under a bed. That is really, it's not funny. It's actually very true. To send out Small Pin and Fitzgerald Ethelbert Hines to take abuse because they had no answers. Akasamu asking them some simple basic questions and making them look like blithering idiots. No plan, no focus, no statement, nothing to tell us why all of our constitutional rights have been taken away. Yes, people wanted action. Long time. Kamala called for that since January. It should have been taken since 2018. But with focus, with a mission, with objectives to get guns out of the hands of the criminal gangs, to dissipate them, to mash them up, to break them up, to detain those actively in it, with some sort of plan, some sort of intelligence, some sort of goal, some sort of timeline. Just to wake up a morning and all your constitutional rights, any police officer, any good, bad, indifferent, bad, criminal, in between, lazy, any police officer, a police officer who like your girl, could come in your house right now without warrant, without reason. Just say they suspect you in something. And it could be a myriad of things. Suspect you have ammunition, suspect you have information, suspect you riling up people, suspect you them just have to suspect. Them don't have to prove, them don't have to have cogent evidence, them don't have to have intelligence. Right now, them could come in your house, in your car, anywhere. Whether it's on the road, whether you're home, search you, search your family, search anybody around, search anything. Take your phone, take your laptop, go and dig up in it, take out all your metadata, see who you message, who you didn't, whether it's Terrence, whoever it is. That is the situation right now. For any citizen, the police could do that. And we don't know why. We don't know what will be the results. What are they looking for? When can we look forward to our rights returning? On what purpose? Who's in charge? The same people who are in charge without state of emergency. Earlier, the other lady who drive a car and just saw the DPP drop charges and so on. When she went Barbados to kidnap Brent Thomas and we can't find out how she get on a plane, CARICOM plane to reach there. Them same people who in charge in regular times are in charge now. So what and why should the population have confidence that just taking away our rights, our constitutional rights under our constitution for our democracy and our freedom, that all of a sudden human beings who have been incompetent and led by incompetent people would all of a sudden get efficient and do something, and we'll actually be safer after the state of emergency, whether it's 15 days or 90 days if they want to go to Parliament? But where's Rowley? Where's the Prime Minister? Why is he such a coward? Why is he shirking his duty? How come you all find that's okay? There are reasons why I don't ever want to be a Prime Minister. Because I work too debilitated, too hard. Not when you do it like Rowley, but when you care. If I drive wrong as Prime Minister, any pothole I see, any leak I see with water, any garbage, any bush I see that not cut, that not pick up, I'll be on that phone calling the minister, calling the corporation, calling everybody whole day, whole night. I ain't going to sleep. I ain't going to be able to go and fish. I ain't going to be able to watch my daughter play a little tennis or run a 5K or do some homework with she. Because that work is a total, all-encompassing work when you're passionate about your country and your job. Rowley, all they gave he the job, work, he didn't even want the work. He liked to control your money. He liked to procure without procurement. He liked to go and negotiate with big CEOs and goods and service providers. He liked that. He liked to put all his Chinese gate web of people in charge of your money so he controlled every dollar spent. He liked that Noel Garcia spending everything. That Nancy's Eustace Nancy's and 8 boards. He bought the speaker husband on 7 boards, Ingrid Lashley on 9 boards, and all of them sipping scotch and eating shrimps at Chinese Gate right now, with Gilbert Peterson, who's a senior counsel, getting brief after brief, giving bad advice across the board. The Privy Council laughing at Gilbert Peterson, but he expanded his skills into bunkering of oil. The only oil he ever had was greasy oil on his face, but he get a bunkering contract, and you all find that's okay. That's what Rowley like. But Rowley cannot do that to you, the people. A state of emergency, and then Stuart Smallpin Young telling the media it's not appropriate for the Prime Minister to announce these serious critical emergency actions and removing people constitutional right. It's not appropriate for the Prime Minister. We have to listen to some clown who the Prime Minister like. You all cannot be serious. You really cannot be serious. But I hope all you feel safe. And let me tell you something. I hope all you don't have no police who vex with all you right now. Bless.